To introduce myself, yours truly is Margie Bautista. I'm working in Technological Institute of the Philippines as information technology officer under the supervision of Sir Alan Go.
I'm Alan Go. I'm the Chief IT Officer of TIP for both TIP Manila and Quezon City campus. So my role here in the school, I review, recommend the school IT solutions and infrastructure to be implemented. This includes, of course, the blockchain technology for student records. We were using manual process to issue certificates. And then during the pandemic, we used another provider. However, their application is not yet fully developed, particularly in the dashboard. I don't know whether a certificate was issued properly, was it received, something like that. Or the nice to have that I know right now how many students share it to their social media, which we're able to enjoy using your platform. That's the beauty of your dashboard.
Previously, we are actually issuing those certificates manually. So, if we are just doing the process manually, we have certain things that are lacking. So, number one is the efficiency and the convenience. Because using Diplomasafe and its digital certificates, we can easily store the credentials, and then our students can actually easily share their credential electronically. And because of that, we actually eliminate the need for physical documents, because last time we are just simply printing the copy of their certificates. So because of that, this saves costs and also their time, and most especially their effort to come personally in our school. More reason why we need to apply this digital certificate is the we call it fraud, because in using digital certificates, it has encryption, and that is together with the digital signature. And we know that it makes the document more tamper resistant compared to some kind of physical certificate, so it reduces the risk of fraudulent. Aside from that, I think the accessibility and availability of the credential. So using digital certificates, it is more accessible from anywhere with an internet connection. So this means our students can quickly provide proof of their qualifications to their clients, to their colleagues, and some other authorities without needing any physical document, and no need to carry their credential, or sometimes the need to mail their documents. And another thing that is more important for us is the we call this verification, because anyone can actually verify the copy of a particular credential alone, which is not available to us before when we are doing the manual credentials. So it allowing clients and partners to confirm the authenticity of their qualifications in real time. So they just need to provide the link, and their colleagues and clients or other authorities can easily verify their credentials. So, and by that, it can build trust and credibility in their profession. So on my side, when it comes to reporting, that is simply because we can track easily what is the status of the credentials. So let's say today I want to look what are the status of those credentials that are not being claimed, how much percentage of the credentials are still hanging. So we can easily get the report using different filtering options. So by date, or by semester, or by template of our own email, something like that. So the generation of the report is actually very straightforward and very easy to do. When it comes to global recognition, I think because it's easier to recognize and accept the credential across borders, potentially it can help opening up opportunities for our students to work in different regions or countries without the hassle of translating or verifying physical documents. So because that is the old ways. If they want to verify the documents previously, they need to scan and send a copy of their documents. And by doing that, it is not safe. So in and using diplomas digital certificates, there is an authentication. The security is there.
As I mentioned, it's being done manually. So there's a lot of manual works being done. And also the reportings are being done manually. Unlike right now, you have the Diplomasafe have a dashboard. So we know whether a certificate is already viewed or downloaded. So and then there's also a view on whether it is published on a social media. So we have insight on the students on their behavior in sharing certificate.
Think the process before was if our student request for some certain kind of certifications or documents, they're doing it manually, compiling it manually. And then after that, if someone requested for the reports, then we have to generate the reports manually. So if we want to compute the percentage, and then I think the process is much more difficult, and then the turnaround work around time for that process is kind of should I say much more complex. A very specific example. Last time, if our student requested for the copy, so we have to manually search for the old copy and then redo the whole thing. In Diplomasafe's digital certificates, we just need to search the email address. In less than 5 seconds, we should be able to extract that. And then if you want to resend this, there's a simple button. You just need to click that, and then that's it. You can resend it to the students. If I will go after the manual process before, I can say that maybe 1 day, because they need to look for the physical copy. They need to trace back when it was sent. They need to trace a lot of things before they can reissue the copy. How can I save time? I do my part in less than 5 seconds. That is how fast I can do my work. And because in diplomas digital certificates, if you can see the dashboard, everything is provided for you already. So it's very easy. You just need to know how to filter those reports. You just know how to use the system, and that's it.
Because you streamline the process before too much labor on processing the documents, or that can be translated to cost savings in preparation before. There are so many staff creating the certificate. For the ROA, of course, you save the manpower, more productivity to the department, streamlined process, enhanced trust, security, because before it's a loose leaf paper that can be lost. We are releasing certificates for almost 10,000 students per semester.
After after we sent those certificates, we are actually trying to follow their social media accounts, Facebook and then Twitter, because we should be able to see who shared their certificates online. Most of the time, actually, parents are very happy with these certificates. TIP issued this to my daughter or my son. So, reading those comments from their friends, for family, I think there is satisfaction on their side, because the manner how they share the certificate is something like, there was a time I read from one of the comments that, oh, TIP has something like this. Previously, it's like a simple PDF. I really saw that comment. Yeah, and then some of them are actually sharing through LinkedIn. I can see that, and then some of them are actually sharing through Twitter. And then there was a comment that I read from Twitter, and there's something, why our university doesn't have like this?
We research on your application. We check. Because here in TIP we have a process of verifying the to be supplier or provider. We are satisfied with what we've saw. We get you because of another university here in the Philippines. And then we had the meetings, series of meetings, and then compare it another provider here in Asia, actually two providers here in Asia, and then comparing that to your application, we viewed it as your application is more mature, and then for the how many more than a year of our partnership, you support us. So there are issues, concerns we raised. So you are there. So and then there are some key points probably working with you. So number one, it enhances the security compared to the manual. So right now we are using the blockchain. So that's a promise of blockchain technology that it should be secured and encrypted. And then I mentioned the trust and credibility. The application enables the organization or company to verify the document. And of course, we need to comply to legal requirements. Like here in the Philippines, the governing body for data privacy is the National Privacy Commissions. So working with you can help us meet the compliance obligation and avoid possible legal issues. Then the streamlined process, because from manual to electronic copy. So in terms of document validation on hour, a day, to matter of seconds in viewing, checking whether a student should already get their certificate or there's an issue of that or something like that. And then because here in the Philippines, we do have also the globalization. So we have the global reach. So the
Yeah.
provider from Denmark, there's a global presence by our students and graduates using the facility. So they can provide certificates regardless of their location. And then I
Yeah.
mentioned also the technical support. Basically, you provide assisted us with the installation, troubleshooting, and then the management of the certificates, the training to ensure smooth operation of the service. And then we were able to view the cycle of or the certificate life cycle management from issuance, renewal, and revocation of the certificates. So this will ensure to maintain insecure and up-to-date digital infrastructure of students and graduates. And then, as mentioned also by Margie, your interface is a user-friendly, easy to learn. Overall, working with you with Diplomasafe is very positive. It encompasses critical elements of security, trust, compliance, support, and also innovation. So
Yeah.
anything that we need, you're there, Peter is there, or even Andra is there to help us.
From our side, it's very good. The Diplomacy is very good and very secure to use.